Hello, my name is Hemingway Jones and I make videos about fountain pens, inks, journals, and journaling for curious people. So welcome to the channel. Today, we're going deep into the world of journaling. Did you know that journals are a time machine? Well, it's true. If you go back and read your entries, sometimes all those thoughts and feelings and even exact memories of where you were when you wrote them come flooding back to you. So today, take a journey back in time with me to a trip in Paris in 2007. I'll show you some videos and photographs from that trip, and we can talk a little bit about how journals make the past always come alive. So 16 years ago, I took a fun trip to Paris in November. It's always great to travel off season. Those lines that you see in summer and those extraordinary temperatures are much more temperate. It's easier to get into places, to see more, and to connect a bit more with your environment and all the different things you see. Paris at the time, the leaves were changing. It was very lovely. It was a perfect time to be there. I also bought this really interesting moleskin notebook that had a fantastic map of Paris up front, which was very handy. And I'm going to show you quite a bit of this journal during this video. And I wrote quite a bit down, notes I saw on the way, things I wanted to see, and many other things that I'll share with you. So it's really interesting. The first thing that's in here is my packing list, and I had a list for a Burberry sports jacket, a Brooks Brothers sport jacket, so I always knew things by their name. Tattersall shirt, all sorts of fun stuff here. My boots from Venice, very essential traveling boots there. My Burberry trench coat, which was very, very helpful on this trip, and a Burberry trench coat is fantastic for traveling. But one of the things I'm most proud of is, I say here, fountain pen. Now I don't say which. I'm pretty sure I brought my Waterman Crayon and probably a few others. I never just traveled with one pen, but I very specifically say fountain pen. Also, I see I went to the Louis Vuitton flagship store, which was very close to where our hotel was. And this is an entry that's curious to me. I say I bought a black wallet, but I don't have a black wallet from Louis Vuitton. I actually have a monogram one with their monogram that they also put my initials on, which I remember as my souvenir of this trip. So it's the one piece that is lost in time. So here is something I remember vividly. I often get up quite early in the morning, especially when I travel. And I love to go out and take photographs, often time-lapse photographs of various monuments when there's fewer people, fewer cars around them, just to get a unique perspective. And here I describe that on November 4th in the morning, I walked to the Arc de Triomphe. I took several photos and watched it change from the light. There was this moment of golden light with the dark cloud behind it. It was amazing. I went back to the room and walked to the Eiffel Tower, where I did the same, captivating it from every angle. The Eiffel Tower is lovely, sweeping arches, painted that particular brown. You know, that's interesting. Is there Eiffel Tower brown ink? And should there be? J. Urban needs to get on this. Here is a charming little anecdote of stopping by a French bakery. They're always exquisite. I stopped by a French bakery because the treats were so beautiful in the window. Had a fig tart that was amazing, just the right amount of flavor, and certainly not too sweet. I don't like treats that are too sweet. One of the things I remember I don't seem to say here is that when I got this, it was tied up like a little present. and it just looked so beautiful and so presentable. It almost made it difficult to open it and to dive in, but of course I had no trouble doing that. There are quite a few entries in here about restaurants as well. I went to dinner one night at l'Alsace on the Champs-Élysées. L'Alsace is also incredibly warm. It must be 80 degrees Fahrenheit in there. It is unbearable nearly. Were I at home, I would strip to shirt sleeves. This is certainly one of those transcendent moments when the past comes alive, because I remember writing these lines and I wrote them with my cross apogee, if my memory serves. So it says, Notre Dame is a pleasant experience. I am seated inside now. It is extraordinarily high and made of stone bricks, even on the ceilings. The stained glass is rich and magnificent. Someone was clever enough to play continual echoing Gregorian chants which add to the solemnity. It is quite moving. The vast interior is dark until the sun streams through the stained glass like a technicolor prism. Then the stone walls are imbued with light in patches of red, green, and blue. The stones, when they glow, are faintly orange. Orange to yellow as it grows closer to the source of light through the glass of the nave. I can definitely see that I was more pursuing the quality of light in those days, because at the time I was viewing travel through the literal lens of photography. I'm very proud of myself here for listing quite a few paintings that I enjoyed seeing at the Musée d'Orsay. I do remember doing some night photography there, so I did them all in black and white, but I remember it so vividly, and I did a little note in my journal. Notre Dame is perhaps more impressive at night. The light brings out the details of the facade, giving it amazing depth. It's a lattice work of Gothic airiness. So after this, I headed off on the train to Nice, took some notes vertically, and my notes are all over the place, but it's rather lovely that I filled up this entire journal for the most part, which is pretty exciting. Just really interesting, fun stuff that just brings me back to those moments 16 years ago, as real as if they happened a few weeks ago. Journals truly are a time machine, and they hold our memories so well organized, like little treasure boxes. So I encourage you all to journal all your travels, all your different thoughts and adventures, because you'll be able to revisit them one day, even without going to those places. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different than what we usually do, but I thought it would be fun, especially this time of year. So if you've enjoyed this, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you along on this journey with me. From a fountain pen, we go to some amazing places, even Paris, back in time. Also, if you'd like to support this channel further, consider membership. Love to see you behind the scenes. So I make new videos every week, and I have a live show Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. So I promise you, we will see each other again very soon, further up the road. So take care.